Good day, YouTubers, and thank you for tuning into today's video on YouTube. Do you remember I actually had a nasty fall on the... I can't really remember which part of July was it. Oh, it's very hard to tell. I've got no flipping idea of when I actually last fell. I think it was on the 18th of July, 2026, which was, of course, the very last July that I went outside on a car journey to the airport to try and do some filming. Yeah, last week I didn't do any of that. I can see a Jet 2 plane, which is an A321neo on the, I think it's a typical red and grey sort of livery, I think. So, as I'm filming here, there'll be a random all sorts of planes. I'm going to be seeing the same Boeing 737 conveyor belt as I saw the last time I saw, or the last time you've watched in a previous video. Okay, how's it looking? Got a lot of starlings around here, eh? That's quite impressive. Well, it looks like they're out. There's a dozen starlings. Quite a lot of starlings that have just started to roost. I think they've started to roost in this area here because obviously, one, they're not breeding, but also two, yes, it's August. Obviously, I could tell though, guys, how the birds have pretty much ultimately lost singing, I suppose so. And there goes the Jet 2 plane. Off it goes. Yeah, I can really hear that takeoff. It actually sounds more like a Boeing 777. That's what I'm probably thinking of. Right. There's a lot of starlings right here on this airport hedgerow, as you can start to see, hey? Got lots and lots of starlings. They kind of remind me of minor birds. There's actually quite a lot of starlings here. There's actually quite a lot of them, and I can actually see... Whoa, that's a big flock. They're all flying away now. But let me just see the raw beauty of the A321neo. There's a lot of grasshoppers chirping outside. And yes, as we have endured one of the longest and driest July so far. And oh God. Well, what do you know? Not really surprised. The Boeing 737 rampage is starting to begin again. Where's that tire squeal? Oh yeah, I can just hear it. And wow, look at the starlings. They are literally doing a mini murmuration. Wow, look at that. It's a late summer murmuration. They're getting ready for autumn and winter. Yes, there's a lot of like whirring sounds from the planes. But I tell you what, hey, that starling murmuration is kind of winning over at me. Yeah, very amazing. I might as well just want to walk a lot more further and see what planes there are. But I'm not going to go very close to that edge of where I've just fallen because, hey, I had a nasty bruise and wound on my leg here, of course, yes. I might probably show you the injury that I had from a fortnight ago. And yes, I'm not talking about the video game Fortnite. And we've got a TUI. Oh, sorry, that was my tablet strap. And yes, I am filming with a new tablet. You've got to get used to things, I suppose, especially new things. And there you go. There's, of course, the vertical stabilizer of the TUI plane. Obviously, it's the tail at the back. And yes, that's that typical smiling mermaid thingy. I don't know what that TUI smile really means. Obviously, it kind of reminds me of a smiley face. Actually, as a bit of trivia, that logo in Thailand obviously kind of represents something to do with smiles. You know, Thailand's like the land of smiles. Pretty nice, isn't it? And I can see the plane on the background right here. It's actually about to forge its way upwards. And I think, do we have another plane coming out to take off? I can see a 777. Or is it a 767? Sorry, I don't want to spill out the meme too much. There you go. I'm trying to stand back and refrain from the edge of the pavement. Yeah, it's very bad, obviously. You know, it's been very bone dry. Okay, it's already taking off now. And there was an ice cream van interrupting the whole video. Holy crikeys, who would ever thought an ice cream van would pretty much spill out the rest of this whole video? I don't want to get a nasty copyright strike from that. Sorry about that. There was an ice cream van that interrupted with its blaring noise and music thingy bobs. And we've got another 737, also from Ryanair. Not surprised at all. Crazy to think how many Boeing 737s are there. This one's going to go into a much more local journey. That's why it's taken a much more quicker journey towards that middle part of the taxiway. I think it's the much more closer taxiway, because not only is it a small aircraft, but it's going to go into a much more further journey ahead. Not really surprising, man, seeing so many 737s. Of course, if you remember in the previous video like 2 weeks ago, that's where I filmed. Yeah, good on you, man. Let's see that thing take off, and hopefully there's no frame extrapolations, because as I said earlier on before, I am dealing with a new tablet and the wind's blowing, but I've got my tablet strapped with me, so everything should be reassured. Oh yeah. Basically, it's pretty much gone. Oh, I can just see it. And the ice cream van's blowing out. Oh my god, the ice cream van's already taking... oh my god, it's taking over my video. Shut the hell up. Oh man, I had to get a copyright claim from this. There you go. That landing scene was... oh god, another nuisance. A fly just buzzed around towards my freaking backside of my head. Today is actually about 23 degrees Celsius. I won't mind about that. Obviously, it's not too hot, not too cold. Yay! Obviously, I think 23 is actually quite a comfy temperature range. I don't think it's going to very much be the sort of temperature that you might feel in either... yeah, it might do in September. October? Nah. I don't think it's going to be very much prevalent in that month, I'm afraid. And there you go. I can just see the horse poop that has straightforward been sitting there slouching, not even being properly cleaned up with, and the wind has decided to take over the video. It's getting very difficult. I can see a wild human being who's also straightforward at filming planes. I don't want to get into a whole bunch of trouble doing this. Oh man, I hate to repeat the same accident all over again, just tripping myself over and falling down, ending up with a nasty bruise like that. And hey, everything's all looking good. That fall that I just had was really nasty 2 weeks ago, but now it's all coming good. Home and hosed, obviously. That wound, it was a much deeper cut or deeper wound. It was actually very nasty and gnarly when I felt that, of course. But I'm straightforward. Be very careful next time in the way I'm filming plane videos and whatnot. Oh man, I just actually want to see what plane it is. Oh, okay, something quite rare. And this time we've got something totally nutty different. Am I blocking people's point of view, or am I just... I don't know. At least we're all good. Of course I can hear the ice cream van just blowing out its music. Oh man, isn't it stupid when I hear ice cream vans just hollowing out their music? The aircraft we have is... I don't know what that is. Do we find out? I know it's a Dreamliner, but which one? I'm not going to go very closely because obviously I have fallen over and tripped over at this edge. It was very nasty and gnarly. There was a lot of dry vegetation right there as well too. So yeah, that is the troublesome part about summer, is that you actually tend to bruise a lot more easily because, you know, if you wear a lot more shorts, well, there's a high vulnerability that your skin could easily be bruised and bemused. Not sure if that's a very good rhyme to describe it. And the plane I'm seeing is, oh yes, it's an Air India Boeing 787 Dreamliner. How impressively rare is that? I think it's still got the old original livery, or livery as some people call it. It's quite a very nice plane. I don't think I really see that much in the way of Air India too much. Yeah, Air India, man. It's a fairly nice looking airline. I don't really pay attention too much about this airline. I wonder what's it going to go to. Maybe if I start walking up to the top, then I might get a very clear point of view, but I don't think I'm going to go ahead and do just that, because it might be very dangerous at this point. Seems like I'm wasting time trying to find a good spot to spot some planes, and I'm being attacked by some dry vegetation. There you go. I can just see the Boeing 787 Dreamliner. It's taxiing. And it's windy. God damn it. Oh, it's taxiing. Nicely presentable. Let's just hope of what it looks like. It's a very nice design. And one thing I can also start to see is that I can also spot the Emirates A380. That's also on the opposite side of the airport. It's about to take off now. Wow. Oh, yes. Yep, certainly taken off. So nice to see a 787. And there's the ice cream van. There it is. I can just see the instigator that's been blowing out all that music. It's going already now. Okay, here's all that horse poop. It's been sitting there for a fairly long time and it actually hasn't been cleaned up. But what's very strange is I'm not really seeing that many flies. That's a bit strange. And here's the other clump of horse poop. There hasn't been that much being dealt with, of course. And I can also see that the Wizz Air Airbus A320 or A321, I think it might be a classical version, it has decided to venture towards here. It's actually going to go up towards one of the terminals, or should I just say one of the gates, because I can't tell which gate is it going to go to. Why not? It's there for the taking. Okay, it looks like we've got more planes willing to take off. I can see a 737, there's about two, a Sun Express 737, and there's also a ATR 72. Interesting, we've also got a TUI 737. Very interesting. And it looks like we've got a no-name white ATR 72. Quite interesting, actually. I never thought of that, to be honest. Taking off. In fact, the airport is actually getting immensely busy. The ATR 72 is actually now about to take off. I can see a Sun Express 737. Quite interesting. And tucked in the background, there is an EasyJet Airbus A319 or 20. It's actually quite busy for some reason. I never thought it would be that flippin' busy. And yeah, I don't know about you, but I came out a lot more later than usual to this airport. I don't think I'd be straightforward spending that much longer. But who knows? I think most likely I will have to miss out on the Airbus A380 departing its way. And thankfully enough, I should probably make this one real short, because hey, do you know why? I need to go and get some new trainers. New Nike trainers, that is. Of course, I can see. Here you go. The TUI 737 is basically now following towards the longer part of the runway, obviously the longer part of the taxiway, and I can see the ATR 72 has just taken off. Finally, of course, with a good glance. And yes, there's a Sun Express Boeing 737. That's also straightforward, taking a good stance as well. And hopefully you can get to see as much as you can. There's the Sun Express 737, and there's actually, I don't know what to really say, hey. I thought there was another plane about to land. Oh well, I was just wondering where sounds come from and things like that. It's very tricky to get it going. Oh, it seems like that the, oh, wow, the parade never seems to end. Can't believe with this weird, endless cavalcade of, like, planes. It looks like the Sun Express 737 has started to halt. I really don't know why. Yeah, the EasyJet Airbus A319 or 20 has decided to follow by. And strangely enough, I initially thought the TUI plane was going to, like, be the first man alive. But sadly, it seems like that the Sun Express plane has thwarted that position. Or should I just say thwarted that throne. Weird. And it looks like they're all kind of stored, I think. But it looks like the Sun Express 737 is going to take the cake. There it is, it's moving. It's now moving to the very first part of the airport. And I can also see the ATR 72, which I think is moving to where, of course. Just kidding, you can't see it. Oh well, let's take a look at this Sun Express plane, which is of course a 737, now ascending to the runway, and now straightforward going to descend away from the runway upwards. It's going to ascend right now. I think it's going to ascend now. Here we go. It's going to take off. And it looks like we've got a guest visitor popping out. We've got a police Euro helicopter that's about to pop out sooner in this video. I'm going to zoom out. There it is. Very interesting. A nice guest visitor. I don't really take that much attention to helicopters, but it's very nice to know. Looks like the police helicopter is basically, it's basically like, yeah, that police helicopter is about to land at the airport, of course. Oh, off goes the Sun Express Boeing 737. Oh, yeah. There you go. It's pretty much on the move to take off now. Very much well said. Oh, quite a lot of wood pigeons. There's actually so many of them. So I'm getting distracted by so many wood pigeons. There's actually so many of them flying. Far too many of them. And yes, it's going to go towards the runway. Yes. We've got an A320 or A319 EasyJet that's also following behind as well. Don't know how many planes are they going to be following behind, but I might probably cut it short somehow. It might be a much more shorter video, just because I'm sort of desperate to get new trainers from Nike. Well, maybe I'll just buy one pair of them and that's it. It's quite simultaneous when you just see one plane that's already taken off and one that's about to taxi and also follow in that sort of area. But then, hey, this EasyJet plane might go into a different flight. It might actually fly towards Prague, maybe Paris for some reason. I don't know. Whatever the hell is it going to go to? I've got no flipping idea. Well, I think that's probably about it for today. I think it's going to be a much more shorter video than it is. Just because, you know, I think I need a lot more time to just think about buying new trainers and things like that. So, I could come back here, maybe in another month's time, maybe if it doesn't get too cold in September. I'm just hopefully wondering about who knows how long. I mean, I wouldn't really straightforward nudge on the fact that yes, it's been very dry after countless number of heat waves. I think we've just endured like 4. I think this month we might get into our 5th one, but I don't know how intense it will be. But I would say not as intense as in July and June, which I think June was probably the much more intense heat waves that we had. I don't think July was going to really match that. And I can start to see, yes, I can start to see one of the planes, which is already here, of course. Pretty interesting, isn't it? I'm just filming planes wherever I go, I suppose. But I'm going to leave the video here, guys, because I'm off to do some trainer shopping. Because, you know, I just don't have that much time to really be around. But nevertheless, hey, I mean, although I haven't really thought of filming the... I mean, I was going to film the Airbus A380, but then I just thought, nah, because obviously I have to buy new trainers, I might as well just leave the video as it is. Oh, well, there's no worries for that. I can do it in another video's time. Who knows, there might be another plane that's about to land sooner than or later. Let's just see. Because, you know, I am straightforward walking back to the car. Obviously, I think I am straightforward a lot much more safe. And certainly home and hosed. Mind you, man, I mean, look at the grass, man. It's been absolutely bone dry. Crikey's, let's just hope it doesn't get too chaotic in terms of fires. Because, hey, clearly this grass has been bone dry for basically, like, how long has it been? 2 months. Or maybe 3 months being bone dry. I tell you what, being 2 to 3 months of being absolutely bone dry is no fun. I tell you what, the absolute stereotype that the UK is such a wet country has certainly been broken off. I'm going to leave it as it is now. So if you really enjoyed it, please give the video a very good like. Subscribe for more such videos in the future. And as always, thanks so much for watching and bye for now.